Hello, everybody, or really to any person who actually watches this video, I guess. Jesus Christ, it's been way too long since I've done this. Anyways, so I'm starting a new, I guess you could call it series, and I'm gonna call it just, let's call it, because, why not? Why not? And this one, we're talking about politics, so let's just call it politics. Because why not? And honestly, that's absolutely fine. Let's just call it politics. Speaking of politics, voting, massive thing right now. Because you can do early voting. You can do, I guess you could do late voting, which is just not doing early voting. But people are probably gonna come here and just be like, "Hey, argument, where is it? Y'all want to hear arguments? Okay, cool. Let's see, argument. Let's talk about the Electoral College and like what happened last year. Nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with the Electoral College. But last year, whenever we had Trump versus Hillary, we had so many people. Like there was, oh my gosh, hold on. Let me pull up like a vote map or something. Oh, y'all are gonna love this. Y'all are gonna love this. Let me see a vote map. I'm gonna, hold on. Lord, I'm still trying to get crabs set up. I'm failing so miserably at this. First episode in like I don't even know how long, and I'm failing miserably. All right, so uh, okay, so y'all can see this too. It's called I think yeah, 270 to win. Here it is, 270 to win. And this is this year stuff. Yes, this is like editable and everything, so you can make your own scenarios. But that's not what I'm here for. So let's see. The oh that no that's the predicted. This is what we had last year. And as y'all can see, Republicans won because, we have Donald Trump. And also last year, Democrats, there was a majority. How do I say this? Most of the voters wanted Hillary Clinton to win. But due to Electoral College, Republicans had won because they had taken majority vote in like more or less most of the states. And so many people got angry over that, and I honestly, I mean, I can see a little bit why it's like, well, then this person should have, won. They had the most votes, and sadly, that's not how it works. And people have talked about how great it is to be in like, oh Lord, I don't know. There are a few states who actually, yeah, here we go. This state right here and this state right here, they have like separate kind of votes. They have like little areas like saying that all right, let's say that Maine. I think this is Maine right here. I've got no idea. But let's say that Maine had just a normal Democratic vote cuz well, yeah, and then it had like another person who was like, no, this is going to be a Republican because they have like different areas set up. So they've kind of split their votes, which really, honestly, it's actually a very smart idea. And on why other states don't do this, I've got no idea. I feel like it would make things fairer, or although at the exact same time, who knows? Who knows? Let's take a I guess let's take a look at the current electoral map. So honestly, it does not look too good for Trump right now. Biden's this. That doesn't mean that this is like set. Biden is going to win. Trump could still win, and Biden could lose miserably, or Biden could absolutely crush Trump. It can go either way. Nobody really knows yet, and until like votes and that kind of stuff starts happening, that's when you're gonna see a lot more of the action. And we're probably gonna get stuff like last year, and hopefully not. And hopefully we won't have riots everywhere because that's bad. It's just really bad. Oh my gosh. Let's see. So Texas has started. It used to be like a almost a pure red state like this, and it's really started to turn more democratic slowly. Um, Honestly, I don't have much to say on Electoral College maps because there's nothing I really can do. I don't have a whole bunch of information, and honestly, I can't really provide, I quote unquote, true information because you'll go to like a certain news channel and it'll be like, oh, well, this is a Republican news channel. They really support Trump, and then there is just gonna be another channel. I don't know, but let let let's say the Fox News. I don't know, but let's say Fox News is like a Republican kind of channel, and they're gonna try and support Trump. And then let's say that sure, let's quit the Weather Channel. Why not? I mean, Democrats are kind of into economic stuff. Whatever. Well, I say economic, but environmental. That's what I meant to say. They're more into environmental stuff and everything, and that's pretty good, and I support that. Me being a Democrat, but that doesn't. I'll just get into that later. But let's say the Weather Channel is Democratic. They're gonna kind of want to support Biden. Kind of, maybe. I don't know. You never know. Can't really tell anymore. And this kind of brings me into something that I was talking about just a few seconds ago. When just because I'm a Democrat doesn't mean I love Biden. I don't like Biden, and honestly, I don't really like Trump. Well, they're they're good people from what I know so far, and but their views, on the other hand, are just kind of different from mine, and that's okay. That's absolutely fine, and it's okay for it's great for other people to have different views, because maybe we might miss something on kind of like how we do something. Maybe we might. I don't know. You never know. We might go crazy. Sometimes I guess some people feel like they just need to have somebody to argue with. That's maybe why some people make great lawyers because they just love to argue. I've got no idea, but people think that just because you're a Republican means that you have to vote Republican, and some people think that it's like, oh, well, you're a Democrat, you have to vote Democrat, and then others are, who knows, just who knows. Just because you're Democratic, just because I'm Democratic, doesn't support. That does not make me a supporter of defunding the police. Like, I'm not gonna get into the Black Lives Matter stuff too much, but honestly, I think it is a really, really dumb thing that they're gonna defund the police. If anything, I think people just need more training. That's honestly, who knows? I'm probably gonna try and get like other people into this one day. Whenever I can actually, I don't know how to say it, but whenever I can actually start I don't know. I might get some more people in this. I might get my cousin in here. I might talk with that because cousins, yeah, they'll have different views, of course, and that's completely fine. I don't know. I'll just get random people in here and it'll work out right. You don't know anymore. But I think defunding the police is a very stupid idea. I know they're not getting rid of the police, and who knows, it might actually be a good thing. But at the exact same time, and like, I'm not trying to change anybody's views, I'm not trying to force, like, oh, you support this person, you shouldn't do that. I'm just saying that this is my opinion, and yeah, we shouldn't defund the police departments, because honestly, I don't want to get robbed every day. I really don't. And while, yes, we will have still some police departments around because they're defunding them, not just completely outright getting rid of them, I'd still like to be able to actually protect myself without shooting something. Just saying. Let's see. What else should we talk about? Hmm. Honestly, this is going much better than I thought it would be. Let's see. Illegal immigration. Yes, illegal immigration. This is gonna be great. Have y'all heard about the I guess it was like a plan or something to do with Democrats giving like a financial support package or something for illegal immigrants. Does that not sound a little dumb? We don't want illegal immigrants in our country. Or at least I don't think we do. Trump's trying to build a wall. Some Democrats are trying to say, like, no, no, you shouldn't do that. And matter of fact, the illegal immigrants that are in our country, we should give them a financial support package. So, how would that work? Would it just be like, hey, if you're an illegal immigrant, come over to your local library or something and sign up saying, hey, I'm an illegal immigrant. Give me money. Is that gonna work? I don't think that is. Because you know it's not just going to be illegal immigrants who would do it, but also there's going to be, of course, people who are just trying to take advantage of it. I mean, that's going to happen. Tax returns, people take advantage of it. People take advantage of a whole bunch of things. And honestly, it's just nature. We ain't going to get rid of that. Yeah. And then, but what sickens me the most is like the second way that this could work. Maybe they just know where all the illegal immigrants are. And they're like, hey, we know that these illegal immigrants live here, here, and here, but we're not getting them out of our country. Matter of fact, no, we should just give them like $500. Just as a little start off thing. Here, maybe let's throw in a free citizenship. I don't know what I was about to say. I was just about to just mix a whole bunch of words together. Just give them a free citizenship, a good $500 a week, and yeah, let's allow them to be able to be a president. Why not? Well, let's just give them that little starter package. Does that not sound a little dumb? Like, people have Republicans and like people are against illegal immigration. Yet at the exact same time, we allow it so much that it's even kind of gotten into politics. And what I mean by it's gotten into politics is that people are like, yeah, we should support these illegal immigrants. And honestly, I've said this enough, and I really do think it's extremely dumb. Oh my gosh. And let's start on with current events. Let's start on with the most current events that have been happening recently. Let's see. So, Honestly, who got nominated? I think it was like Democratic. I think she was Democratic. I don't know. A girl, a woman got nominated for Supreme Court justice, and apparently they have, like 2 days ago, they were talking to her for 12 hours straight. They were asking her questions, and each like I think it was senator. Yeah, I think like each senator got to ask had like 30 minutes to ask her questions, and then they would move on to the next. She sat there for 12 hours asking questions, answer answering them. Like, of course she asked a few questions, but she answered so many questions. And then like yesterday, I'm pretty sure they did it again. I woke up this yesterday morning. I walk downstairs, I get a little bit of food cuz breakfast. Sit down, turn on the TV, and the first thing that pops up is I see the um the nominee just kind of sitting there answering questions, and I was like, oh, okay, so that'll probably only ask for like maybe an hour or two. I go to school, I come back 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and guess what? She's still sitting there answering questions, and the, a question that just kind of popped into my head at that moment, was why? Why in the world do we have people just asking constant questions? Like, okay, I can understand maybe for like one day, maybe like a little bit the second day. But for 12 hours for 2 days, she's been basically answering questions for an entire day straight. Not really, but she almost has. And it's stupid. And then another thing popped into my head. Why does it take so long for Congress to get crap done? Hmm. Let's see. So maybe it's because they're asking so many questions, and they're just ignoring some of the facts that are right in front of their face. Think of it as like a reverse tunnel vision. Normally, people with tunnel vision is just like, oh, well, you see the things that are straight in front of you. You can't see anything around you. These people are seeing everything around, but they can't see straight through. Honestly, it annoys me. Lord, it takes them forever just to, like, oh, hold on, we need to replace this piece of pavement. Argument. It, and it's just, people are like, no, we shouldn't replace that. No, leave the potholes. Leave them. Because then we can drive your insurance up. I know the insurance isn't government or federal anything, but still, I don't know anymore. Because, alright, I live in North Carolina. Great place here. We got clean air, it's beautiful outside, rains occasionally, and we occasionally get some snow every winter. But at the exact same time, we have so many darn potholes everywhere. People will report them, and they sit there, and they just sit there. This has nothing to do with the federal level, but it has to do everything with the state level. And kind of, the state is part of the federal level. And it still takes them basically forever to get almost anything done. I'm not saying that they can't get anything done. I'm just saying that it takes them a very long time. So, alright, on the road that I live on, there's a bus that comes by, after school to drop off kids. And we live on a dead end, so there's no like just kind of come in and go out. No, you gotta come in, and then they've kind of set up this little area which is just gravel and dirt, where the bus backs up, turns into it, and then turns out of it, and then goes straight out of the road. But there's a massive pothole there, and every time it rains, it gets so much worse. There's water everywhere there, and honestly, it looks like the bus is gonna flip sometimes, just because of how they've done it. Because it's just a mound of dirt, and then they just kind of like sprinkled some gravel over it, like you would do with salt. They just kind of sprinkled some gravel over it. It'll be fine. There was a big old pothole there. Let's see. Last year, that was not there. The reason why I say that is because they filled it, and this year it has not been filled. And I'm pretty sure that the bus drivers reported it multiple times, maybe. Nothing. The pothole's still there, and honestly, there's nothing I can do because I can't make. I don't. Is there like an insta dry concrete? Who knows? I would repair it, but I don't have insta dry concrete because it comes. It comes basically every school day, and of course it's gonna come every school day because there's kids there. But let's go back to Congress, and let's go back to the states and how the Electoral College works. And yay, uh little educational segment here. I can't do anything editing wise because I haven't learned too much about it, but I can sure as crap talk. Every state has at least 3 electoral votes. 2 senators. Is it 2 or 1 senators? Yes, 2 senators and then 1 House of Representatives. I think. Fudge, I learned this from civics and I can't remember. I'm not even. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, like, let's call it. I don't know anymore. I was trying to think of a logo, and it's not. It ain't gonna work. I'll make a logo probably next episode or next podcast. I'm doing air quotes, but you can't see it because I don't have a webcam, and I'm probably not gonna get one. And honestly, that's absolutely fine. All right. So what was I searching up then? I honestly I completely forgot, and that's fine. Anyways, yeah, there's 2 senators, and then there is at least one person in the House of Representatives. Always. You go to Alaska, barely anybody there. They got 2 senators and one person in House of Representatives. Hawaii, there's a lot of people there. Well, I say a lot, but honestly, I have actually no idea. But on it, I was planning on making this longer, but honestly, I'm blasting through these topics. If anybody can just be like, "Hey, Stone Meep, just, this is what you should talk about next," because I'll talk about almost anything. Like science. You want me to talk about science? Buddy, I will talk about black holes. I will talk about freaking space. I'll talk about a freaking time machine. Yes. I think I figured out how to crack time travel. But at the exact same time, I've got no idea. I'm 16 years old. And honestly, I don't have a PhD, so nay, I don't think anybody gonna listen to me. And that's fine. And is great. Oh, yes. Speaking of listening, people are out there and they're just like, hey, I'm not gonna vote because my vote doesn't count. Your vote really does count. Imagine like, all right, let's see. So let me see if I can pull up another very close same sense blank map. This maybe? No, I don't. I've got no idea. Very close. No, I don't think I can get it. But what it was basically it was showing all this just like this, kind of basically the exact same thing. And Hillary is kind of like right here, and Trump was kind of like right here. I think I don't know, and it was pretty decisive. And the thing that actually I wouldn't say scares me, um, but the thing that does kind of frighten me a little bit. Honestly, I don't know how to word that. Man, it'll be fine. But the thing that kind of just pops into my mind, there we go. That's a good wording. The thing that just kind of pops into my mind at that point is just like, what if we had, what if every adult voted that time? What would it be? Like, what would have been the results? Would it still been the same? Would the numbers have been a little bit different? Who knows? Pull up the actual vote. See, because 306 Republicans, 232 Democrats. Pretty good. That's honestly really, really good. But just imagine if people in Florida, like literally everybody in Florida voted. Well, everybody that could vote in Florida voted. Let's say that turned blue. Look at that. Look at that. That's a lot of votes, and honestly, that's very close. Still, Republicans would have won. But no, I'm gonna put that back there. Okay, and let's say, oh, they got Texas. That would have pushed the vote. But Texas, even then, was very Republican, and now it's kind of like a little bit Republican, and it's starting to lean towards the Democrat side. Lord, I'm losing my speech as I keep going on with this, and honestly, I've got no idea anymore. I'm running out of ideas. I think the reason why I just didn't. Yeah, no, I don't know. But just imagine if everybody had voted. All the Democrats, all the Republicans. Would it still been the same? Would Republicans push back a little bit more? Would would have Democrats won? Hillary might have won. You never know. And honestly, right now we really can't tell because not everybody votes, which is kind of sad. And honestly, that's fine. You don't have to vote, but at the exact same time, it just kind of makes things a little bit better because your vote really does count. And yeah, because there was a few states. I think like right here they could have taken these. Um, let's see. I think yeah, Arizona. I think they probably could have gotten that. Florida, they probably could have gotten that. Georgia, maybe. Um, they probably could have gotten at least those three states if. Um, yeah, I'd say they probably could have gotten those three states at least if they could have. Like if maybe everybody voted because Georgia is Georgia Republican right now, or I don't know what it is. And where's the thing? Where's the thing? I've lost the thing. Oh no, I'm blind, aren't I? I'm blind, aren't I? It's right in front of me and I can't see it. Oh wait, no, I need to do that. All right, 2020 consensus. Okay, no, Georgia's toss up. So they could have gotten that. See, that was Democratic. And well, this is currently Democratic, and honestly, I don't know if it was Democratic uh, back in 2016, but Florida's always a toss-up state. It's always a very big swing state, and normally Republicans don't go too much for California, and normally Democrats don't go too much for Texas because Texas was like, oh hey, we are very Republican. And now, let me like if Biden gets Texas, which is a very big turning point. Look at that. Massive. Oh no, I messed it up. There we go. Texas is who very big turning point. Like the there are four major states that you really want to get if you're ever going to run. You want to try and get New York. You want to try and get Florida. You want to try and get Texas and California. Those are going to count for a lot. So let me pull up a blank map here, and let's say that Trump got all of this. Let's say that Trump got all of this. That's 151 votes. You need 270. Well, all right. Let's say then you got Pennsylvania, this area, all these states. Just these few states right here. Basically, kind of like the original colonies kind of area. This isn't the original colonies at all. Florida wasn't even around. Florida wasn't there. These two were technically one. Tennessee, no, Tennessee was around. West Virginia didn't exist. I don't know about this kind of stuff yet, but if you got kind of like the 13 original colonies, that's gonna bring up your votes still quite a lot. They're they're key points, and yeah, honest, that's honestly all I've got. So if anybody's got any ideas, please post that down in the comments because yeah. Well, yeah, this is gonna be the end of this video. Maybe next time I'll try and bring in a friend or a family member or just somebody. Um, yeah. So this is gonna be the end of Let's Call It, and let's just call it politics.